everyone, how are you today? It's a pleasure for me to be here with you and sharing a little bit of what the Holy Spirit has given me not too long ago, very recently, because we are in this faith of the fast of Daniel, and I am also, just like you, seeking and asking God, asking the Holy Spirit to show me how and where I can change to be better for Him. And when we show this desire, this sincere desire, He answers us. And He did answer me with one verse, a verse that I read and I'll be sharing with you. Let's read together. It's in the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 1. It says like this: When Solomon had finished praying, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. And only by reading this, my spirit is again filled with joy. If you paid attention here, the end of the verse finishes saying like this: and, let me go back there, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. Here in the Bible is talking about the temple, the physical temple, the building, right? But today, this temple is my life, is your life, because God doesn't want to dwell in a building anymore. He doesn't want to dwell in a room. He wants to dwell inside of us. And He wants His presence, His glory to be overwhelming, to be filling us to the full, to the point that what happened here on the second verse, we're going to read together, is going to happen in our life as well. Let's carry on reading verse 2 now. It says like this: and the priests could not enter the house of the Lord, because the glory of the Lord had filled the Lord's house. Can you see here that not even the priests, those who were carefully selected to serve God in the temple, inside the temple, they were not called to serve on the courtyards outside. No, they were called to serve in the temple. But the glory of the Lord had filled that place so much that there was no room for anything or anyone else. And this is what God, the Holy Spirit, wants to do with you, with me. He wants to fill us so much with His presence that there will be no room for doubt. There will be no room for fear. There will be no room for complexes. There will be no room for worries. Worries of the future. Worries of whom you're going to get married with. What career you are going to be following. What job should you accept? There will be no room for none of that. There will be no room for traumas, regardless of your past, regardless of the frustration you have had in the past, regardless of the disappointments you have had. Once the glory of the Holy Spirit fills your house, fills your heart, there'll be no room for none of that. Isn't that amazing? But in order for this to happen, here it says that Solomon prayed. But not only that. Before, if you read before, the chapter before, you will see that he prepared the sacrifice, he built the altar. And even here on this verse, it says that the fire consumed the sacrifice. So there were sacrifice involved. And I know that many people don't like to hear this word. They don't want to hear about sacrifice. They don't want to hear about it. For them, it's like a swearing word. Oh, sacrifice. Can't I just have it without sacrificing? No. As simple as that. We can't reach anywhere. We cannot gain anything without sacrifice. And this is not only in our spiritual life, but in life as general. How many people, they sacrifice a lot to conquer a degree, right? They study so many years, they sacrifice so much to conquer a degree, and after conquering that degree, they are not able to work within that field because they don't find the job they wanted. How many ladies, they sacrifice their will in order to please their boyfriend. Their boyfriend asks them to do certain things, to behave certain ways, to dress in a certain way that they are not comfortable. But they do it. They sacrifice it. Do you know why? Because they want to please that person. They want to be closer to that person. Other people sacrifice for friends. They even bully other people, not because they want to, but because they want to belong to that group. So they do what they do. They don't want to be left out, so they follow. But they don't like. They are not comfortable in doing what they do, but yet they do it. Why? Because they want to be closer to those people. Now, if we want to be closer to God, there is no other way. And in reality, sacrifice in its origin, in its the Hebrew meaning for sacrifice means getting closer and intimate with God. So you see that it's not the same as what it means to most people. As I said before, when they hear sacrifice, they roll their eyes, they put their head down as if they don't want to hear about it. But sacrifice means getting closer, being intimate. Now, if you want to get closer and intimate to God, when you sacrifice, you no longer dread it. You no longer do it out of obligation. You do it because you're looking forward to the result that it will bring, which is you and your Father becoming one, which is Him filling your temple, your house, so much that there'll be no room for anything or anyone else. So I will leave you with this meditation. I will leave you to think about this verse, and I would encourage you to read when you have some time. Meditate about these verses yourself, and the Holy Spirit will show you where and how you can be better for Him. He has done that for me. And I tell you, after reading this and understanding this, it motivated me to change certain things. It motivated me, it gave me joy to be better, you know? You no longer do it, see it as an obligation, as a sacrifice. No, you do it because there is a joy, there is a desire in you in pleasing your God. So think about this, meditate about this, and I'm sure that the same Spirit who filled that temple, the same Spirit who is filling my life as well and motivating me to be better for Him, will do the same for you. Okay? Until next time, God bless you. See you soon. Bye-bye.